So when I think of the Boys and Girls Club of Augusta, the very person I think of is Gary Winferry.
When I started working at Boys and Girls Club, I asked the question, how long has Gary been here? And at the time, he had been here more than 20 years.
He was originally hired as a basketball coach close to 40 years ago. It wasn't long after I was on the board.
I was a teenager and just wanting to play basketball, walked into the gym, and Gary was the first person I met.
We first met in one of the gyms. We were on opposing teams. He was with the Boys and Girls Club, and I was with the Parks and Recreation Department.
He was over the gym, and a lot of us have played basketball a lot and did sports around there. So I got to know him that way.
As a teenager, just remembering him, always taking the time to take us out of town to other clubs to play basketball. He was always looking out for the kids.
Not only was he concerned about his boys, he was concerned about the boys on our team as well. And then I became convinced that he was just concerned about youth.
If you was right, he let you know you're right. If you was wrong, well, he let you know you was wrong. So he, down the line, he was fair, and that's all you can ask of.
He moved up when we opened the Dogwood Terrace Club. He became the club director over there. And then Gary pretty much became like the godfather in Dogwood. Everybody in Dogwood knew him, and he knew everybody else. And they knew not to mess with Gary's kids.
He really cared about keeping the kids safe and making sure they were in a great environment where they could, flourish and really develop and be who they needed to be.
He looked out for his kids, and other people looked out for his kids. And you didn't mess with Gary because he was street smart. He knew everything about what was going on in the neighborhood, and he protected his kids from anything that was bad and did a wonderful job there.
He also just got pure joy from watching kids grow up in the club, and you could just see that all over his face.
He just wants to see the kids, and while he's there, he keeps coming back there because he wants to see the kids succeed.
Eventually became a club director and promoted later to operations director.
So Gary, when I started, he was the operations director, so he kind of handled a lot of things in the clubs, the programs, operations, safety aspects, managed some of the grants. He eventually became our facilities and fleet manager. It's funny now when he introduces me to people, he'll say, "That's my boss." But then my response to that is, "But you taught me everything that I know."
The thing that stood out the most to me about Gary was just his commitment to the organization, the way he loved kids and talked about his passion for the work.
Whenever I talk to him, I'm always, "Hey, I talked to such and such, and they doing this, they doing it good, they doing this, that, and the other." It's just the way that he talked about the people that came through, how he lights up talking about them being successful. So it's more of him caring for the youth and wanting to see them succeed.
The biggest impact Gary's had on my life is just to see him every day, at the club, around the kids, being an influence, caring.
It's very obvious that he cares, and he has dedicated his entire life to this work. And I wouldn't even call it work for him. It was more like a calling, I feel like.
We hear kids who come back or adults who come back and talk about the one person who really made a difference in their life, and they almost always point to Gary.
Conversations here or there, just little life stuff that people just drop on you that you don't know that they're doing at that time. But over the years, and then when you go back and talk to them, you realize just what they were saying to you and how they would help you navigate stuff that you didn't even know.
When you dedicate 40 years of your life, you're going to get a couple hundred years of impact.
Gary has a way of getting you to be greater than what you thought you could be by serving more than you thought.
He cares about the staff, the board members, the kids. It's just, he's lived and breathed the Boys and Girls Club of Augusta. I know my dad loved Gary Winferry. He thought a lot of him, always, wanted to see Gary do well.
I want to say we love you, Gary. We love you, and we're going to miss you.
We're going to miss him. Absolutely going to miss him.
Well, Gary, I love you. You're a very special person. I appreciate all that you've done for the club and for all of these kids.
Thank you, Gary, for everything you've done.
I wish you Nothing but the best in your retirement.
Thank you for everything that you've done for me, for the organization, for the time that you have poured into my development. I don't think we'll be able to keep him away permanently. I still think he will, be back to volunteer.
Even though he thinks this is retirement, I just want you to know, Gary, it's not. I've gone to the board of the Resource Center, and I want you to meet us back in the office Monday morning.
All of these kids are thankful that you helped them. All of these kids are better for having known you, and I'm better for having known you.
And when people hear your name and we get to talking about you, we all laugh and joking about some of the stuff that you did or said or something along those lines when we played ball or anything. So fun memories, good memories.
You have created a memory, not only in me, but my family, and the folks around us. And I really do thank God for allowing me to pass your way.
Been a joy knowing you all these years, and I love you.
We are going to miss you and we love you very much.
There are so many kids and adults who appreciate who you are and what you've done, not only for them, but for Augusta. We love you.
Okay. Andrew,
Yes, sir.
you stop taping that.